What's up, TikTok fam? This is KS here. So, my next album, the album that is gonna come soon. I think I'm still working on one more song to put in there. Talks about two personalities. For those of you who don't know, well, most of you don't know, my nickname is Crazy Steve, right? I gathered this nickname in college because I did a lot of crazy stunts. Jumping out of cars, moving cars, jumping in front of buses. I mean, doing crazy things, crazy risky things that not normal people would do, right? So basically, sometimes it's like I feel this internal personality in me that wants to do these stunts or wants to do these crazy things. So this album, I decided to title it Between Two Selves. On one side, I decided to go with another cover album because I figured like it's better that way. So on one side, it shows like regret. It shows impatience. It shows like the negative attitudes from different perspective, and then the positive side, which includes also where I graduated with my master's, where it includes positive things, right? So this is the side that is battling internal self, which is the bad side, in this case the crazy side. So sometimes I feel like the crazy in me still wants to come out, like, take over and continue doing the risky crazy stunts or do things like. But anyway, I'm going to be reading some random poems that inspired the songs in that album. I'm going to start with this one. I'm not going to tell you what song it goes to. I'm just going to let you figure that out when you guys listen to the whole album. But it's kind of long, so bear with me a moment. Because I had to do some tweaks, some refinement, and things like that for it to be properly, addressed, right? The poem goes like this. I titled it Wrapped in Golden Silence. The house is wrapped in golden silence. Yet something underneath hurts too deeply. It never brought peace, only a quiet kind of discomfort that lingers in the shadows, waiting just beyond the corner. You sleep beside me, untouched. Your hand resists resting where it always does, steady, certain, while I lie awake at war with something that refuses to leave. I slip away from it, or at least I try, but it remains patient, unmoving, as if it already knows how it will end. It waits behind the shadowed glass, a reflection that was once mine, now something else completely different, still watching, knowing more about me than I dare to admit. You remain unaware of it all, because to you, I am a calm water, a quiet shore to your rushing river. When my eyes stay fixed on it, tired from pretending it isn't there, the dark figure on the other side of the mirror, and yet I'm already living in the echo of that moment that hasn't happened yet. I step back, it follows. I force a smile. It stares right through it. Empty, so depraved, and yet I'm moving. And then it becomes clear. It is no longer my reflection. It is something waiting to become me. There's weight in this gaze, a truth I cannot soften. Why fight to remain someone you can love? It stands there, unchanged, unfiltered, silent. Not angry, that would be easier to ignore, just waiting for a slip up. For a moment, that fell apart. You lie beside me, peaceful, while I begin to wonder if the stress you speak of is something I've already become. Because with my every, I am fine, I feel myself split again. And this is beneath every shadow, behind every word I choose so carefully. It lingers He says, I know you, he whispers. You built me. You chose me over your honesty. And now I'm you. Again. My chest tightens because it's right. It is part of me that I never hid. Never softened the truth to make it so easier to carry. It is raw, boundaryless, and unforgiving. And still, you hold in your hands so gently while it grips something more fragile. Because behind the calm, I show you there's a curtain, and behind it, a blade I keep hitting. The room feels smaller now, but heavier. The darkness no longer protects me. For the first time, it doesn't move. It just watches as I try to walk away. And maybe, just maybe, your love weakens it. Not enough to destroy it, but enough to remind me that it doesn't own me completely. You shift in your sleep, peaceful as ever. Everything I've been trying to protect is the same thing I'm trying to prevent from losing. I look back at it. I'm no longer afraid, but I'm not free either. Because it hasn't left. It never does. It waits. Ready for one mistake, one fracture, one truth spoken too late. The light flickers. For a moment, we both stand here equal, then it steadies. And yet, I'm left wondering, which one of us is standing in front of the mirror? I remain confused. So, so that's basically me. At that point, I am talking to my spouse, my wife, in a poetic way, telling her that in a way she's protecting me from becoming this shade of myself that was back in college. Mind you, my name is Crazy Steve. My nickname is KS. And there's some reasons behind it. I was a fool. I did do a lot of crazy stunts I wouldn't do nowadays because I have my kids. But sometimes I feel like that part inside of me, the crazy part inside of me, wants to come back out and keep doing these crazy stunts. So the only crazy, quote unquote, crazy thing you guys can say is that, well, the only thing I would accept from that is that I love to dance. I'm a dancer. Not a professional dancer, but I love to dance. So my nickname is Crazy Steve. Hence, this is KS. So that poem, it did inspire one of the songs you guys will hear in the album when it comes out. I am, like I said, I'm like one or two other songs I want to put in there before I post it. But then again, you guys can follow my music on Spotify, Apple Music. But yeah, the whole purpose of this album is, well, that one I talked to my wife, but in reality, the whole poem is more about who am I, who is this other being behind me, which is the Crazy Steve itself, to my normal self, right? So, well, anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I'll keep reading some poetry here and there. I appreciate your commitment to watching this channel. Hopefully, you guys, I could have you more in here, more of you in here. Like I said, I'll be posting music, poetry, some miscellaneous stuff. But anyway, be peace, be easy. This is KS out. Have a nice day, y'all.